Yo, what's cracking, everybody? Welcome to the Max and Juan cast. Bro, NBA season just ended tonight, Max.
Well, I feel like that's partially true because we got some games coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've never been in the play-in territory before. We had the bubble. That was kind of weird, but like now we're in a different territory.
Bro.
And we've had to redo the Google document like 8 times because the seating's been getting screwed up all day today.
Look, you guys got to appreciate us, all right? It is midnight right now. It is 12:21 a.m. Pacific time, and we're dropping a podcast, all right? This will be out in about a couple hours. So have some respect. We waited until the very end until we can do this so we can have the matchup for you guys. And I tell you one thing, bro. I'm excited about every single game but the Lakers, to be honest.
Why are you not excited for that one? I feel like that's the only one.
I just don't want them playing in here, but we're going to get into that.
I mean, let's just start out with like this. Let's just give them 1 through 8 because I guess 1 through 10, right? Because we got to include those teams now. Thanks, NBA, making us work a little extra. The Eastern Conference goes like this. I'm going to list them 1 through 10. 76ers, Nets, Bucks, Knicks, Hawks, Heat, Celtics, Wizards, Pacers, Hornets. And then in the West, we got the Jazz, Suns, Nuggets, Clippers, Mavs, Trailblazers, Lakers, Warriors, Grizzlies, Spurs. The Grizzlies and the Warriors played today for the 8th seed.
Yeah.
Did you happen to catch any of the game?
I did not catch a lot of games today.
It was the Stephen Curry show. It was Doris Burke was getting mad at like anyone guarding Curry for not stepping, like fighting through a screen. But like Valanciunas is doubling Draymond in the post, and his guy sets a screen on Curry. So it's like, well, actually, maybe Valanciunas should help the guy. Like, it was bad. Like, third quarter, the Warriors want to run. They fought back. Dylan Brooks gets a bullshit call, and it was Steph's show.
Yeah. No, Seth, not his brother, Steph. Steph just, I mean, I felt like he put the explanation point on the MVP season. Like, he rests his case right there.
LeBron came out after the Laker game. Lakers were the 7th seed and needed the Blazers to lose. Yeah. The Nuggets tanked and sold.
But I think that's a good transition, bro, because today we're going to be going play-in tournament, obviously. We're not going to do the playoffs yet.
Well, we got to get the matchup. So maybe the Spurs somehow become the first 10 seed to make the playoffs. Are they still the 10 seed if they make the playoffs, or they just move to the 8?
No, they go straight to the 8. So, look, I'm going to put it on screen for you guys because a lot of people are probably very confused on how this play-in tournament works. Now, for your audio listeners, I apologize. It's going to be hard to explain, but that's why I got my good co-host right here, Max, and he's going to explain it for you guys.
So Tuesday, we got the 10th seed playing the 9th seed in the East, and then we also have the 8th seed playing the 7th seed. So the first game is the Hornets, who are the 10th seed, Pacers, the 9th seed, and the second game is Wizards, who are the 8th seed, playing the Celtics, who are the 7th. The winner of the Wizards and Celtics game has their ticket stamped. They're in the playoffs.
You win, you're in.
Exactly. So basically, and then say the Wizards win. They're stamped in. I believe they're the 7th seed.
Yes.
Then the Hornets and Pacers, the winner of that game, plays the Celtics. Celtics have 2 chances. The Wizards or Celtics has 2 chances.
Yes.
The loser of Hornets Pacers, they're going home.
Yes.
And then and same thing for the West. The winner of the Spurs and Grizzlies plays the loser of the Warriors Lakers.
Yes. I appreciate that, Max, because that's hard to explain. The easiest way for your YouTube guys, I'm going to have it up on the screen. It's going to be a lot easier to understand with the lines and the bracket. But it's not lose and it's over. You do, like, the Lakers have a chance if they lose. They still got a chance. They just can't lose twice.
we're going to go into the matchups, but the Warriors-Lakers is the most intriguing matchup.
Let's get into it. Let's start it.
Okay. I'm down. I thought we were going to say that one for last, but yeah, let's start getting into it.
Let's go. You know what the people want, bro. You know from LA. Most of our audience are LA guys.
Well, I mean, it's a California affair, right? It's. I was going to say Oakland, but I guess it's San Francisco Warriors.
Yeah, they're not Oakland.
They're not Oakland anymore. Sorry, Oakland. Steph and Curry versus the Lakers. It's really Steph Curry, right? It's Steph Curry and Draymond. I don't think Oubre is going to play in the game. Do the Warriors have enough to beat the Lakers? That's the first question. And maybe if the Warriors lose, are they going to be the favorite out of like the Grizzlies and Spurs?
Oh man,
so start with the Laker question first, I guess. And this is like the Warrior storylines, I would say.
Well, with the Lakers, it's health. That's the big question mark for them. It's not talent. It's not, are they good? It's health. How healthy is AD going to be and how healthy is LeBron going to be? And judging from what we've seen from LeBron these last 2 games, I mean, he looks fine to me.
I mean, you could say AD looked fine. Like Phoenix, I was like, wow, this guy's back. And I've been talking to Juan about it. It's just first 4 games back, maybe 3, I was like, man, AD doesn't look like there's a difference between looking rusty and looking bad. And he didn't look rusty. He looked kind of bad. Like he was just settling for shit. Like his physicality hadn't caught up with him yet. And after that, like that Phoenix game, it was like he said it himself, I'm back. Like it was like a stamp. Like thank God they won that game. It kind of like propelled them, I thought, just to like they didn't get blown out, and like they played hard against the Knicks. They played hard against the Rockets.
Man, they had some great games like down the stretch, to be honest. Because guys like Taylor Horton-Tucker like really showed up, and guys like Caruso and obviously Dennis Schroeder have been out. So a guy like Taylor Horton-Tucker and even Kyle Kuzma hitting a game-winning layup. Those guys have been stepping up. So it's good signs for the Lakers going in.
Even Wesley Matthews was making big plays and big rebound, big defensive stop. And, I mean, I think the real question with this team, I mean, other than what you said, is did they luck out not getting the 6th seed?
You were saying that before the podcast.
Because I've been saying this. I don't want to play the Clippers at all. I'm not like I'm afraid of them. And I know at the time I was thinking the Clippers, it would have been the Nuggets. I would have been cool playing the Nuggets because to me, they're a 3 seed. They're a dead man walking. They're not going to make.
And we match up so well with the Nuggets.
And like it's Jamal Murray, guys. I'm not trying to be a hater of the Nuggets. You're missing your second best player. And I know Michael Porter's really good, but then who's the next guy? Will Barton? You really going to trust Will Barton in a 7-game series? So look, I mean, we have a rematch, Clippers versus Mavs. That should be fun. It's always fun when you kind of have some teams with bad blood between them. We know about the beef with Marcus Morris and Luka, but like the way the bracket is like falling for the Lakers, because I'm gonna operate in the impression they're gonna beat the Warriors. Like this is the best 7 seed. The Lakers are 3 games better than the Warriors, just on paper.
Let's say what's the scenario that the Lakers lose? Let's do that.
It's Steph goes for like 80.
80?
I mean, like what
about 50? Bro.
What's the other scenario though? It's like when I watch the Grizzlies play them. Like, they're playing Valanciunas and Jaren Jackson, and I've said from day one, it's like, that's not the pairing. Like, Jaren Jackson's a center. My dad's like, that dude's pretty big to not be playing center. I'm like, he's a center. He should be a center. It's just, Valanciunas is a good player. He's one of your best players, so what are you going to do? You have to kind of play out of position. Yeah. And like I explained before, like, they got Valanciunas, this guy setting a screen, and he's in the post, and he's guys setting a screen. Like, you expect, like, Dylan Brooks to fight over a Kevon Looney screen with no help, and Curry's wide open for 3, and it's like, yeah, no shit. Like, Lakers are one of the best defensive teams in the league, so we can throw KCP at him, we can throw THT at him, Caruso, Wesley Matthews, and we can match up. And if we want to play like a switch heavy scheme, we can do that. Say, 80, you're playing the 5 this game. That's no problem.
I think that's one thing that, I mean, Vogel proved me wrong last year. There wasn't a lot of times where throughout the game, AD will be playing the 5. He loved to bring in Howard, JaVale, besides the Rocket series, obviously. But there's a lot of times where, you know, sometimes you'll just be like, hey, put AD at the 5. Like, that's your best lineup. And sometimes he just refused to do it. I mean, he proved us wrong. You know, Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee worked out great at the 5. But that kind of scares me playing against the Warriors. Like, what if they just play Drummond way too many minutes, Max?
I don't think they are. Like, that's one of the things I've liked about this team is, like, they're not afraid to get Drummond out of there. And I've been a big anti-Drummond guy since, like, the third year of his career. I'm like, this guy's not all that. I don't give a F about the 14, 15 rebounds and 13 points. dude can't finish. Like, he had a gimme from LeBron today. It's like, hey, just use your left. He catches it, dribbles, like 360 spin, hook shot, clank. It's like, come on, bro.
He scares me. He scares me like a lot.
Well, I
will
say this. Is there a time last year Frank Vogel got outcoached? Like, okay, he got outcoached game 1 against Houston, but then he's like, I understand what I have to do. Let me make the adjustment. It's not like Milwaukee. Like, what would Mike Budenholzer have done in that situation? He would have been like, that's what we do. Like, what am I going to change it for? Doesn't matter. We don't change.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm like not afraid with Vogel of. Like, I know he's going to make the adjustments in game. And like, honestly, if we lose to the Warriors, which I would bet a low amount, like, it's not going to happen. I ain't worried about the Spurs or the Grizzlies. I'm not trying to talk shit to either of those fan bases, but I mean, we got Braun and AD. We got 2 top 5 players. Neither of those teams has a top 20 player in the league.
Yeah, well, a lot of their guys don't really scare me. The one guy that scares me on their team, if anything, Wiggins, but then he doesn't. He's the only guy, like, maybe he'll go off. But this is a maybe. Like, this is his first playoff game, right?
No. He played some on the Wolves. Remember, they had the do or die game against the Nuggets in the first round where they got smacked by the Rockets.
Oh, okay.
He's played like 6 playoff games, but like, you got like Steve Kerr, he's coached, and like Kerr and Popovich have coached. Like the Warrior, Taylor Jenkins for Grizzlies, he's coached 2 playing games at this point in his career.
Yeah,
which is more than nothing, but it's still like you haven't been tested.
Yeah. I mean, but the Warriors roster sucks, man. Like Kelly Oubre doesn't scare me. Draymond,
well, he's banged up too. He might not even play. They got Juan Toscano Anderson, like the local fan, like he's their Caruso.
Yeah. Pashka, is Wiseman gonna play?
No, Wiseman's out the whole year, but he busted his knee.
Yeah, so Wiseman's not there.
That's what I'm saying. It's gotta
Steph.
be Curry, yeah. And we have like the scheme to contain that. You know, we got the guard play.
I think it's really gonna depend. 2 big factors in this game are gonna be.
I think it's just the Lakers themselves. Like, how serious are they gonna take this game?
No. But the 2 guys who are, I mean, obviously LeBron and AD, but as far as guarding him, it's gonna be Dennis Schroeder and Caruso. Those are gonna be the 2 guys locked in.
Yeah, but I'd throw in some KCP to there because like they're gonna they like to throw bigger guards on them too. Like, try to out physical Steph. And I mean, like, look, Steph's gonna get 30 in that game regardless. I bet. Like, he took like 34 shots today.
Yeah, and Steph, I mean, Steph has a history to kind of like, you know.
Well, I mean, people are gonna say that this MVP level shit he's been doing is gonna erase the like sins of the past, but it's like, you know, I understand Steph Curry, but he's kind of had some not amazing games in like big game situations, like Game 7 of the finals. The whole like 2015 finals.
Couple game 1s of the finals too.
Yeah, he's kind of like, I understand like the Durant year, he had some good stats, but it's like you're not the alpha on the team, bro. Like, no one's like, yes, we're worried about you, but we're worried about the 7-footer who does everything you do.
Yeah, but this is a different Warriors team, and it's kind of a different Steph. I would say this Steph is a little bit different demeanor wise than the first MVP season he had. I think he was better that first MVP season. Or the 2, should I say, because he won back to back.
I don't. Do you actually buy into that he's like the best he's ever been? I don't think he is. I just think he's just putting up the best numbers.
Yeah, he's definitely putting up the best. But I think his demeanor's changed a little bit.
Yeah, I think he's a little more cutthroat. Like,
yes,
he's like, I know everyone used to call him like the baby face assassin, but like now he's like a grown man assassin. Maybe
yeah,
is the
like
best way
he
to
was
put it.
lifting up the shirt, doing the
BD
homage to Baron Davis.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was dope. But guys, it comes down to Steph. All right, Laker fans, we just gotta hope that we contain him. Everyone else on his team doesn't scare me. A lot of people are gonna probably pick the Warriors. To be honest, I've seen a lot of people picking the Warriors. I don't get it. I mean, I know Steph Curry is good, guys, but you guys have to remember King James is playing. Do you really see LeBron James losing in a play-in game?
I don't even think it's about that. Like, we could just look at the matchup itself. Like, who's gonna deal with AD? I know Draymond today was talking about he's such a dog, but it's like you punked Jonas
and we both love
Valanciunas. I love Draymond. 100% love him, but like, bro, it's AD. Like, AD's killed them before.
AD can kill anyone.
You know exactly. I mean? And I think, is there anything else you want to hit? Like, I feel bad for whoever like the 1st and 8th seed. Like, I feel bad for the Suns, really. Like, if they end up playing the Lakers, that's a tough first round matchup for like a young team. And it's not like they're a great matchup for the Lakers. It's like, I mean, it's just AD. Like, we went into this last time with the playoffs. It's like, who's going to guard AD on the West?
Exactly.
Like, we can hit every team, and it's like PG and Kawhi last year, Jokic, Ayton, Gobert. It's like, who going to guard him, man?
Yeah. But before we get into our picks, you down to pick all these games?
Oh, yeah. I'm going.
But look.
Oh, you want me to say it?
Hold on.
Wait.
I want to give a quick reminder to everyone. We are going to have a live stream watch party on the Laker game. Lakers and Warriors. If you guys want to stop by, copyrights, they prevent us from showing the actual game. But look, we're going to have the box score. We're going to have the game cast on the screen. It's going to be on YouTube, maybe even on Twitch. I might start a Twitch, to be honest. But it's going to be on Twitter and YouTube, okay? Just go ahead and turn on post notifications.
The bell. Ring the bell. Yeah. Was that on Twitter? The bell on Twitter?
I think there is a bell on Twitter. I don't know, man. We're old. Sorry.
25.
But look, man, make sure to stop by, bro. You guys are Laker fans. We'll even get you in the stream, man. Come and talk some basketball with us. We're going to be live reacting to this.
Is there Warrior fans left from the KD era?
There probably is.
You guys still have your jerseys?
Yeah.
I mean, is that it with the Lakers? We got anything else you want to add?
Let's pick it. So it'll be both Lakers, right?
Yeah, Lakers.
Okay. Yeah.
Lakers and foe. No. Lakers by foe.
Let's stay in the West.
Let's go Spurs and Grizzlies. Yeah,
Spurs and Grizzlies. Let's get it.
What do you think the storylines are for the Spurs?
I mean, it's just really young talent. As crazy as that sounds, it's just how's DeJounte Murray gonna play? The one veteran they have is what, DeRozan?
Yeah, he's been such a great playoff performer in the past.
Oh man, I mean Popovich. I mean that's the upper hand that they have.
I put in my notes before because I did this a little preemptively. It's like, should they have even been playing for like the game? Should they have even been like in the running for the playing game, or should they have just tanked?
It's tough. You know what? We were discussing that on our last podcast about, if you're pro play-in tournament or, you're against it. That was one of the big things why I thought they brought it, is because a team like the Spurs who can be like, you know what, we're throwing in the towel. We're the 10th seed. We're done. But this year it brings in that factor like, hey, we can get into the dance. We could be the first 10th seed to win the championship. I can't say that with a straight face.
But let's just because I only asked that because the Raptors bowed out. They were like, we're done. Yeah. We're not even gonna make the attempt.
There goes my freaking playoff prediction from the beginning. I picked the Raptors to go into the playoffs.
Oh, that's tough, my guy.
Boucher.
But go back to the Spurs. You were talking about Popovich. He's had 170 playoff games. Let me add it up real quick. 285 playoff games.
Jeez, Bill Belichick of basketball.
Yeah, 170 wins, 114 losses. So he's definitely got the experience. He knows what to tell these guys. But when you look at the Spurs roster, it's just so clear they're missing a Kawhi Leonard superstar. If this team had a superstar, I'd be like, oh shit, they have a lot of good talent, but they're just missing the guy to take them to the next level.
Yeah.
And if we want to move to the Grizzlies, how's JJJ or Jaren Jackson Jr. gonna look? He looked okay today, but you didn't really watch it. He looks like he's just he's out of sync, right? Because he's only been back 7 games.
Touch early.
Exactly. And I said, what if they see into the playoffs? What does that look like for this team? Is it just 4 games and out? I think I can see a game against the Jazz.
They've been kind of underachievers though this year.
Memphis?
I mean the John Morant.
I think I'm a little just underwhelmed. Well, Jaren Jackson didn't play at all, which was kind of surprising. And then John Morant, he didn't take the leap I thought he would take. It's good at times, but it's bro, you're shooting 25% from 3, maybe 30%.
Sorry to put you on the spot like this, Max, but is his numbers better this year than his rookie year?
I'd probably say no. Just overall numbers or shooting numbers?
No, just overall. I'm just curious.
I'd say it probably stagnated. Do you want me to look it up?
Yeah, look it up real quick. But yeah, they got Dylan Brooks, Kyle Anderson. Yeah, their second best player is Dylan Brooks, but they have a multitude of good young players. That's the good news about the Grizzlies.
Last year it was 18 points. This year it's 19, and the assist and rebound numbers are the exact same. The only thing that's the shooting's down 3%.
Yeah.
It's kind of stagnation. I know he had the injury, and it's a super weird year. Let's not get twisted with that. They got a bunch of games canceled. I'm not I'm not writing Ja off. He can still be an all-star. It's just kind of
still really good.
The Warriors were 10 feet away from him Like, he shot a 3, and before he got the ball out of his hands, like, Kent Bazemore turned around and was like, oh, this isn't going in, which is not a sign you need to see. And he even called himself out, which I respect. He was like, I need to be a lot better. Mm-hmm. It's unacceptable for me.
That was on TNT, right?
It was on ESPN.
ESPN
in the morning.
Okay.
We're going to talk about TNT like on our closing thoughts because I have some good news for you. What are you going to pick for this? This game's kind of not exciting to me. I don't know what it is. I think the Grizzlies are going to whoop the Spurs ass.
Really?
I'm going Grizzlies all the way.
Yeah, I will have to go Grizzlies with you, even though
if the Grizzlies don't win this game, they're going to be outcoached. That's what I'm saying. It's not like they should not lose this game. They're way more talented than the Spurs.
I mean, it'll kind of be a blessing in disguise for the Grizzlies to lose this game, though, if they do, because, I mean, they'll get back in the lottery. I found out that in the play-in tournament, even though you lose, you're still in the lottery.
Yeah, exactly.
So that can be a good news. That can be some
Lakers
good news
can jump back into the lottery. I hope not.
I heard a couple conspiracies about that, saying that they want to get in the lottery. I don't know.
That's bullshit. Why?
It's just that's a high risk to take, to be honest. And I don't think this year's a loss. I think people are sleeping on LeBron. LeBron's a sleeping giant right now. But yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Grizzlies, Max.
Okay, we're 2 for 2.
Yeah.
You want to move to the East?
Let's go to the East, bro. Moving on along. So what game you want to go into first?
I think we should start like this. We got the Hornets at Pacers, and we got the Wizards at Celtics.
Okay.
What's the biggest storyline for either of these two games, in your opinion?
Russell Westbrook.
I think is there a potential the Celtics can completely miss it? I think it's freaking high.
Shout out to Bill Simmons. I haven't heard his podcast. I know I haven't heard his podcast yet.
I'm gonna be pissed.
I'm kind of curious to hear what he has to say about his beloved Boston Celtics.
Well, he's probably just talking about like how they just suck and how this has been such a tough season.
I mean, okay, well,
and
look,
he hates Marcus Smart and all the picks Danny Ainge didn't trade for a superstar.
I mean, that's all facts. But
no, I'm with them.
Another fact is though, if you guys didn't hear, Jaylen Brown is done for the season. He's their second best player. And that's a problem, okay? To top it all off, the Wizards are red hot. We're not big Russell Westbrook fans, but the facts are he is on a tear right now.
I'll be the first to say I did the rant. It wasn't like a planned thing. It wasn't me trying to hate on the guy. He broke an amazing record. He did something I never thought I'd see as a basketball fan. I'll give him props for that. Like I said before, I don't think he sucks. I just think it's just BS how much good press he gets. And like let's not act like a triple double makes you perfect, because I'm sure we can go back and look at some of those triple doubles and be like, that's a bad game in overall. Yeah. That's all I wanted to like paint a picture of. It's not perfect. I just think that so many guys get shit in this league for less, for people like who are better than him, and I just want to give him props for that. Like that's an amazing achievement. You're an awesome player, bro. You really are. I'm not trying to take back what I said. I stand by it, but it's an amazing achievement. I got to give him props, bro, and I just don't want to be like that guy who's like, I can't give a guy credit because I said something bad about him.
Yeah.
It's like,
or be that guy that can't admit when he's wrong. It's sports. Like you're gonna be wrong. You're gonna be right sometimes.
I mean, I'm just waiting for the day I'm wrong at this point.
Look, maybe this is the run that Russell Westbrook has. I can't say that with a straight face.
For all the bad shit he does, right? Like he's the type of guy that just inspires his teammates. I got to give it to him. Like if you play with him, you want to play hard. Like he's one of the best players on the team, probably second best, right? If he plays hard, it's like that's the type of guy you want. You don't want your second best player to just be like, I'm not gonna die for that loose ball. Like
Paul George,
exactly. Like Russell Westbrook, he's the type of guy who can change a culture in a certain sense. He's not gonna make a winning culture, but he's gonna make like a work hard culture, which is just an improvement from what they were.
It's mainly like the stuff we don't see though, and like it's
probably
exactly.
Not even on, on the court.
Practices.
Yeah, it's like how his teammates think he's below. I 100% believe he's a good teammate.
Yeah,
I think he's a pain in the ass to play with, but he's a great teammate. I'd imagine.
You got to hold people accountable. That's what he does.
So let's hit the storylines. I didn't think the Wizards were going to get to the 8th seed. First of all, so what does this mean for Bradley Beal's future? I know it's like looking way down the road, but like he's always talked about, I'm not that guy who wants to be traded. And this roster, it's not great, but like they did pretty good.
So they got to play Philly if they win. The winner of this game plays. Philly.
They're going to get swept in 4 or 5, but yeah, the winner of this, no, they'll be the 7th seed if they win this game. They'll play Brooklyn.
They play Brooklyn.
Yeah, they get swept again.
Damn.
I'm just kind of hoping Russ gets to go at KD. He'll steal one game.
You don't think well, it's kind of hard, man, because
The
Jaylen Brown is out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, who's on their team? Like, I'll pull up the roster real quick.
Real quick question: if Jaylen Brown was healthy,
would you
feel would you feel confident of the Celtics getting the perfect matchup in the first round?
No, I don't think it's the perfect matchup. But
I mean, they bully Philly though.
Oh no! If they win, though, they play the Nets.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Well, what if they play Philly?
I like it. Yeah, I did. I don't think Philly. I think they're so freaking flawed.
Well, we'll say that for our playoff.
Yeah.
For our playoff podcast.
So look, they're losing Jaylen Brown, right? That's 25 a game, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, whatever. Who's replacing that? It's like this is gonna be Marcus Smart. Like, hey, I need some more shots, buddy. You don't want to give Marcus Smart more shots. And do you really have faith in Kemba?
Not of right now.
He's
not
kind
healthy.
of like a shell of himself.
He's not healthy.
And like Tatum can only do so much.
Yeah.
Like, this is what it comes down to for me. Tatum and Beal wash. Call it a wash, whatever they do. Westbrook's the second best guy then on the court. And I think Westbrook, unless he shoots them out of this freaking game, which I have to admit is a possibility with him.
Yeah. And it's a bad matchup for the Celtics, man, especially against Westbrook. They don't have nobody at the rim to stop him.
People are gonna say Robert Williams, but like I think he's kind of like JaVale McGee in his young days. Like, he'll get some blocks, but it's not like it's really good defense.
I really like Robert Williams. I just think he's about a season or two away from being like good.
So my question is then, can Tatum carry the Celtics?
Yes. I think as much as Steph Curry is a wild card, Jason Tatum's like the same thing. It's same boat. He's kind of like the trump card. Like, this guy is capable of going off for 50, and he's proven it.
Wow, I'm kind of surprised you're usually a Jaylen Brown guy.
I know, I usually am, but you know what? Jason Tatum has proven in the playoffs that he can score big. Like, that's why everyone was on his nuts. Like, let's just be straight up.
No, you're right. You're right.
I mean, since he was a rookie, he's been doing it. So it wouldn't surprise me, but it's gonna be tough, bro. Hey, you don't have no confidence in Marcus Smart just slowing down Westbrook?
Well, who's guarding Beal then?
I don't know.
I would figure you'd put Smart on Beal, right?
I don't know. Why wouldn't you put Smart on Westbrook? Get in his head, make him play that one-on-one game like with Dame.
Yeah, maybe.
I would do that.
That's a good idea. Like, that's what you kind of got to do.
I would take look.
If I
was
Brad Stevens, right, I would tell whoever's guarding Westbrook, be like, can't make that fucking shot.
Yeah.
Bet you won't shoot that shit, homie.
I know, but you're kind of playing with fire. I do get that. Like, you can play with fire with Westbrook, and it can feel him. It's kind of like what Kobe did. You know what I mean? Like, don't talk shit to him. Like, it might just fire him up.
I don't know about that. I mean, it's kind of like, look, Russell Westbrook's a fire, right? He's going to burn your house down, or he's going to burn the other team's house down. like some guys, that's just who they are. Like, their team killers one of the two ways. And
I will pull out all the stops, Stevens.
Okay, so that brings me to my next question. If they fall out, if they lose this game and the next game, is Brad Stevens coming back?
He will come back, but
he has
to be on the
I know
hot seat.
He's beloved.
Yeah.
But here's my thing. He's a really good overperformer with teams that are like supposed to be the underdogs, like the young Celtics, right? With like Isaiah Thomas. No one really thought they'd get to the conference finals.
Yeah.
Or even that team that pushed the Cavs to 7 games without Kyrie.
I mean, the reality is, guys, they've had a great team for.
But here's the thing, though. When they had like the really good team that was supposed to get there, they've just been really big underachievers. No. So where is Brad Stevens? Is he just like he's a good coach with bad players? He's
a good coach. I
think he's good too, but I just don't think he's like a championship level coach at this point. Like, how can we say that? Like, I understand LeBron's in the East, but what about the year with Kyrie and all that other shit? Like, where Toronto went there and they were just a mess.
Yeah.
Like, I 100% believe Kyrie's a team killer at times.
Yeah.
But like, Phil, you think that would happen with Phil Jackson? I understand it's Phil Jackson. Or you think that would have happened with like people? Like, think about the personalities on the Lakers with Frank Vogel and shit. Like, people are gonna say LeBron. Well, like, he's still the coach, bro. Like, LeBron had to like him. Like, what happened to Luke Walton and LeBron?
Watch the a podcast with Jared Dudley. I'm pretty sure it's the Green Room. Sorry if I'm saying the wrong one, but he was on a podcast, man. He was giving out a couple stories about the Lakers, and he was talking about how Frank Vogel was great for them. Like, he'll let the players argue. Like Rondo and LeBron and all those guys, they'll start arguing. Nah, man, he's supposed to do this. Nah, do this. Frank Vogel will be like, you guys are done? All right, let's go back to watching film. Like,
but I think that takes a certain type of coach because, like,
exactly.
Maybe, remember
like, do you see Stevens doing that?
Remember the coach for the Cavs, what was his name? Beeline, who called the player thugs or slugs or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, that's the kind of coach who's like, oh, you can't handle players, bro, at all. Like, get out. Like, I know he kind of got done a little dirty, but still, it's like being a coach isn't just like X's and O's. It's about, hey, how do we get like the best out of our team? Like, how do we get these guys to like each other?
Yeah, that's the difference.
And that's where I question Brad Stevens at times.
Yeah, that's the difference between head coaches and coordinators / like assistant coaches. Like Jason Kidd, I think he's a great assistant coach. I don't think he's a good head coach because it can go the other way around. I think he's too cool with the players.
Should I pull Jason Kidd and be like, run into me, run into me, spill my soda, spill my drink?
I'll be showing the clip, man, so you guys know what Max is talking about. But yeah, it can go the other way too because I feel like Jason Kidd's a little bit too cool with the players. You know what I mean? But Brad Stevens, it brings up the question, like you said, like,
I feel like they're only too cool with the players when they're used to, like, they're former players. Like, you never really hear that with, like, guys like Brad Stevens because it's like
I wonder how Nash is doing. I would love to be a fly on the wall with Nash just to see how he's handling shit. Like, how does he handle when Kyrie says some like crazy shit in film?
I would love to. If it was like a bad year for them, I'm sure the stories will be flying out. And that's just like the case of winning. It's like winning cures all.
Because like Nash has been quiet as hell. You haven't heard a peep out of Nash. Not even like a.
I don't even. He hasn't
like a quote that stood out. Like he has been silent as a church mouse.
He hasn't even got like any of the he's coach of the year buzz.
Yeah.
Like it's always been Monty Williams, Doc Rivers, and Quinn Snyder.
Yes. And
that's what's funny. It's like no one even consider Nash. I just think it's strange. And before, like, let's move on. But give me your pick. I'm gonna go with the Wiz all the way on this one. Shout out to Winston, bro. That's your team, the Wiz.
Hey, man. Hopefully, bro, Winston, you gotta join our live stream, bro. We gotta try to get you on as a guest. But I'm rolling with your Wizards too, bro. All right, I'm gonna roll with the Wizzies. All right. Win Nasty, aka Winston. There you go, bro. We going with the Wizards, bro. Just if you guys don't know, Winston's a really good friend of ours, bro. We love Winston, bro. Winston is dope. But so you going with the Wizards? What's the last game, Max?
Hornets at Pacers, and this is gonna be a fun one. I think it's got our boy, it's got our man, one of the best bigs in basketball, Domantas Sabonis. Look what I'm doing. You know what to do right there.
It's right there, guys. Click on that video.
Be like the guy. Look at the drip right there. So, like I'm excited to see Sabonis because, like I said, he kind of missed his coming out party at the bubble. He didn't play at all, and they sure as hell could have used him when they got swept by the Heat. I think if they fall out, though, I think their coach is donezo. That's a huge story. Like you saw the story that he berates his players, he berates the assistant coaches, and nobody likes him.
Yeah,
they said at the interview he was like, "Oh, so receptive," and then he was like, just asshole as soon as he got the job. And this is like Nick Nurse's guy. Like Nick Nurse went to bat for them.
Yeah. And look, on the other side, we got Showtime, bro. LaMelo found a way to be in the playing game. He came back from his injury. I love it, bro. I don't know why you give so much shit to LaMelo. I know.
No. I don't think he's bad. I just don't think like when he makes the three against the Detroit Pistons, House of Highlights should put it on and be like, "Oh, Rookie of the Year." It's like, bro, I'll get a highlight of Tashawn Tate against the Wizards, like scoring 20. It's like, oh wow. I just don't like the hype around him. Like he's really good.
I love it though.
But it's not like the special rookie year. We've seen like this type of rookie year. Like it's really good.
I think it's just more of
he's Lonzo Ball but can score. Like that's what it is.
I more see it as a lot of people just doubted him. A lot of people just assume he was going to be a bust.
I doubted him.
Yeah.
I think
that's where the surprise is.
I think for one, he definitely wanted to go to the Hornets, and like the way the Hornets play, it's fun. Like they always have good guards, like Rozier, Graham.
Shout out to James Borrego. He's a great coach, man.
Really, like he's done a great job, and like Michael Jordan rewriting the book on how he is as an owner, which is nice. Like
he stayed the fuck out of the way.
I gotta give him props too. Like Gordon Hayward was really good for them before the inevitable Gordon Hayward injury.
Eh.
But like Malik Monk's kind of had a bounce back year. Rozier, is balling. Devontae Graham, he's still doing Devontae Graham shit. And my boy Jalen McDaniels, he's doing good. I like this Hornets team, but
I think
I'm torn on this one, bro. I really am
sneaky.
torn.
This is sneaky going to be the best game of the week. Sneaky for play-in tournament.
Really?
Yes.
More than Lakers Warriors.
Yes. I mean, Lakers Warriors will get more buzz, but this one, as far as the most entertaining game to watch,
I feel like
it's going to be this one.
I feel like this game is the most unsung like basketball fan game. Like,
yes.
Like, who's the A-list star? Like, because LaMelo Ball, as much hype as he gets, he's not in the NBA's A-list yet. He's on the way there, but it's not like he's a LeBron or like he's not a top 40 player yet. Like, he's on his way. But then you got guys like Sabonis. It's like who the deep like basketball fans like us are like, this guy's amazing. Like, this guy could be the best big in the East.
Yeah.
Before Joel Embiid wanted to F it all up for us.
Get in shape and fucking tear it up.
Yeah. And then get hurt when we called him out. And I'm just going to say I said it.
You did.
But this game's going to be good. Like, I don't think anyone's going to stop. I think Sabonis is going to have a huge game.
Yeah.
And let's just see how bright the lights are for LaMelo.
And this game is on Tuesday?
Tuesday. I think it's like 4:30, which is just perfect timing.
Yeah. But
that was sarcasm, by the way, audio listeners.
But look, man, this is a sneaky good game. I know the superstars are a lag, just like Max said, but I'm going to love to watch LaMelo Ball. That's just me personally. I love watching the dude. And the Pacers, like I love Sabonis. And I think this is going to be a great game. And that comes to the question, who are you going to pick, Max? Because it's tough. I don't know. Like, I'm still thinking right now.
I'm going to go with the Pacers, bro. I got faith in Sabonis. He's the best player in there. I think he's going to have a great game.
Sabonis. I'm going to go LaMelo then. I'm going to go with the
Hornets.
Hornets.
We just have to have one disagreement.
Yeah. Terry Rozier.
Fuck.
I like him. Look, Terry Rozier is another guy. Like,
I know. I'm kind of scared for that.
He got like a little like Terrence Ross in him, but in the playoffs. Like, he's just one of those guys that will drop a 40 bomb on you real quick.
Like, we give Michael Jordan a lot of shit as an owner, but the basically trade Rozier for Kemba, A1.
Look,
I wrote an article about Kemba Walker once. It's like, why would you extend this effing guy? Don't do it. It's like the world's biggest trap. And the biggest mistake they really did with handling it is not trading him sooner. Because you could have probably got back more than Rozier. But, like, I'm not even mad. Like,
okay,
Rozier's been better than Kemba this year.
I'm going to have some pushback. Not the fact that he hasn't, I mean, obviously he's not been himself. But I truly think the Celtics have just had some bad luck, dude. Like, that injury that happened to Gordon Hayward, it was...
Oh, yeah, 100%. Like just super bad luck.
Yeah, it was super bad luck. And I feel the same way about Kemba Walker. Like, I don't think they expected him to get hurt that bad and this injury really linger. Because before the injury, he was a completely different player.
I don't even if he didn't get hurt, bro, I would never have thought the money he was making was just too outrageous for me. Like, that's a top 30 guy getting top 10 money. That never going to work out for you.
Yeah, that's another question. I hate to bring it right back to the Celtics, but I mean, that's going to be another question mark with Danny Ainge. I know we all love Danny Ainge, but some of these free agents that he signed.
Flops. No other way to say it, man. Yeah. Big flops.
And I know some people are going to argue. Like, I know for sure Bill Simmons will say it's just bad luck. So I kind of agree with them to a certain extent. But I get the other side of it.
I mean, Danny Ainge by no means is a bad GM. He's had this team competitive for 15-plus years. But at some point, it's like, when are we going to compete for a title? You know, and it's going to be – people are going to say, well, they competed a few years. A couple of those years, we all knew they weren't going to win shit.
Yeah.
And the years they were supposed to win, it's kind of more telling about how this team is.
Yeah.
It's like when you got the dogs to win it and you don't, it's kind of worse than not having the dogs.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say about it.
Exactly.
But it's going to be a fun couple days. Like Tuesday and Wednesday, we know what we're doing. We all know what you're doing. And, I mean, we're good on the games, right?
Yeah.
You want to just hit on a couple of small things? That just means something to me and Juan. I haven't even told Juan about it because I was so excited.
Yeah, and after I got a little quick segment. Like, it'll be fast.
I'm down.
Okay,
Did you hear Chris Webber is leaving TNT effective immediately?
Really? Why?
I don't know, but I don't want to quit. I'm just happy. No gripe against Chris Webber, but dude, just shut up.
That's crazy, bro.
I'm so hyped for Chris Webber not being gone. I love everyone else. TNT, Reggie, Marv, Jim Jackson. I'm drawing a blank on some of the other guys they have there who call games, like Mike Fratello back in the day. But we're also losing Marv Albert, which I'm going to miss.
Bro, that's a coincidence because I was just watching the podcast All the Smoke with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. And I was watching the Chris Webber episode. And he was talking about that, like being a TNT analyst. That's crazy, bro. But I know we're both like kind of like
my dad is over the moon. I can't tell you, he cannot. I love TNTs, like the whole thing. Like I loved Chris Webber when he was in the studio.
Yeah.
Like I just could not stand him calling games because it's like, bro, you always gotta over talk and over explain shit. And it's like every other thing is like, yo, big shout out, bro, to just the coaches out there and hey, you guys who taught these. I'm like, bro, shut up. I want to watch the game. And the last thing I got for you is, bro, we look at all these matchups. Which one are you most excited about, excluding the Lakers? That's already set in stone. I'm looking forward to the Knicks and Hawks just because, like, I think the Knicks actually have a chance to win that one. And then if they get to play like whoever wins, like they're going to be assholes. Mm-hmm. And I'm really looking forward to Clippers Mavericks round 2. Will Marcus Morris try to hurt Luka Doncic again?
Probably.
Or you don't buy
That's a horrible matchup for the Clippers, man.
I think it's a good matchup for them, all honesty.
Really? I think you're sleeping on Luka, bro.
I mean, I feel like that's what everyone said last year.
No, but
like he's gonna get 40, but like who else? Like KP?
They've been playing really good though, man.
If KP's healthy,
I really like the way Dallas has been playing lately. But go back on the East, Max.
There you go.
Let me see this. Oh man, who the Heat playing? They're playing the Bucks.
He got screwed. The Bucks got.
Oh my god,
that's a bad matchup for. Like honestly, that's tough for both teams because like you don't want to see each other in the first round. The Heat were 4th when I started this document, and they fell because of one game. I think they had the tiebreaker over both these teams.
I think that's the most important series of the first round because look, it's huge for the Heat. The Heat, if they lose, it's gonna be 1-year wonders. They're not that good, and then if the Bucks lose, I mean, you start to talk like that. Drew Holiday's contract's not looking good. Giannis can't get the job done.
I'll say this. The big loser is the Nets. The Nets are double screwed because either they got to play the Bucks or they got to play the Heat. And I wouldn't want to take any part of those two teams.
We shall see.
Like, even if you're like, oh, yeah, they got upset. Great. It's like, oh, shit.
I don't think they're worried, though. I don't see it. I think they can beat both of those teams. I know you're really high on the Bucks, Max. How shocked would you be if they lose, though?
Not extremely shocked, just because I think Miami's got a good recipe to beat them. Like, look, even if the Sixers have to play the Heat, which is could happen too, I shouldn't even discount that. I think the Heat will play the Sixers if they win. Do you really want to see the Heat, the 76ers? Yeah. After what I saw from this last week, I'm scared as shit to play the Heat again.
Yeah, the Heat are getting hot at the right time. They just really need Tyler Hero to get his head out of his ass and just start balling like he was.
Maybe it's that bull haircut.
All right, but look, quick, rapid. I just want to fly through these questions with you, all right? Player that's going to go off out of the play-in tournament. You got to pick one player.
Curry.
All right. Player with the most disappointment. Like, who's bound to have a bad performance? Who are you going to bet on?
Jason Tatum.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, and last one. Are the Lakers going to wear the Black Mamba jerseys, the black ones?
No, they're going to wear purple.
They're going to wear purple?
I don't know why they like to wear purple at home. I hate those purple jerseys. They're like my least favorite.
That's all I got, bro. That's my little rapid. But look, we appreciate you guys stopping by, bro. We appreciate you guys listening. Make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications. We are going to be live. I repeat, live. We're going to have a couple guests on. We're going to be watching the game, bro. Going to be live reacting. Watch party. Lakers, Warriors.
The only time we're taking a break is halftime, right? We get to go off camera for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, for a couple. We'll take a little quick intermission, all right? But look, 7 p.m. Wednesday, be there. We're going to be watching the Laker game. You guys can watch it with us, bro. Have it on your TV. Have us on your computer, phone, tablet. It don't matter. Turn it on, bro. Search up Max and Juancast on YouTube. Subscribe, post notifications, like the video. Is that it?
Smash that like button the same way LeBron's gonna smash the Warriors' teeth in. It's a bonus is gonna smash the Joel Embiid if they match up. Calling it right now.
All right, guys. Well, we appreciate you guys rocking with us. We love you guys. We're extremely grateful.
That's it, man. I am tired.
All right, guys. Enjoy the games. Peace.